All right, let's shoot a little video about the UberGrinder, what it can do. There's the first version where I had just a 2-slot receiver, and I quickly learned that I'd much rather have 3. It's much more convenient for flipping between vertical and horizontal and being able to put tool rests and things like that in it. So the new version has 3, and that's down there. It's got the light and stuff on it. I'm gonna try and pan this up so that you can get most of the action in there, and I'll go over there and show you what it can do. I've got a light on it here, and these lights are great. These gooseneck lights, they can move wherever you want, however you want. They're super flexible when you want it out of your way. You just give it a little shove, and it quickly gets out of your way. But anyhow, I'm set up right now in horizontal mode with a small wheel attachment on it and the Uber rest. You power it up right there, and to adjust tracking, you can move it up and down right here. The rest is really cool. You can adjust it up and down with that one bar. Say you want to use an angle. I actually have a platen that I've modified. It's got an angle cut here. And what that does is it allows me to get very close up when I have it set on, say, a 45-degree angle. So there's a vernier on here. If you don't know how to use a vernier scale, Google it. This is adjustable up to 60-something degrees in 1-degree increments using the vernier. So I can adjust those 2 screws right there. And I've got it set at 45. Now say I wanted to work 45, since I've got 45 cut on here, I can get the table itself right up to the wheel. If I want to be able to use the entire belt, I can loosen this up, and this slides down to where I'm now at the bottom of the belt, or I can move it up to where I'm up at the top of the belt, however I want to do it. It also, like I say, goes flat. You adjust in and out with one handle right here. Yours might be on the top. I have to have mine on the bottom because I use a 12-inch contact wheel on here, and it'll interfere with the 2 mounts there. But anyhow, that gets you in and out right there. You can also run it, say you wanted to be running it vertically, you pull that pin, flip it over there, you can run it vertically. Now if you wanted your tool rest in there, you wouldn't necessarily be doing this much with a small wheel, but it could happen. That flips over, moves down to that bottom receiver, and now you can bring this down, and right there, say I wanted to do some weird hollow ground false edges or something, I could lock this in right there and do whatever I want. These lock with these handles right here. Now if I want a little bit of light while I'm here working, I can just adjust this and put it right there where I want it. Fires up just that easy. The VFD's mounted on a bracket down there. There's a handle over here on this valve for changing the belt. So I slack it like that. Now the belt comes off. Grab your new belt. Sling your new belt around. Like that. Get it halfway close. Lock it up. Fire it up and away it goes. This belt's old and worn out, so when I just rotating it from one side to the other, the tracking went off. A new belt, that won't happen, or a belt that's not so stretched out. But anyhow, there's that with the small wheel. Again, to go to horizontal now, you just pull that pin, drop it over. If you don't like it like this, or you want it to become permanently that way, there's a handle inside so you can turn it and lock it down. So now to go to a more traditional setup, it comes out of there, comes in over here. That got spun to where it was all the way up somehow. Now that goes in there, and I'm grinding horizontally. I want to go back to have it straight because I don't want to do 45 anymore. I crack those 2 things, look at my vernier, get it set to 0, lock it in. I want to use the middle of the belt, say, so I adjust this up to about the middle, lock that down, get it in where I want it, lock that down, fire it up, and there we go. That's just a small wheel. Turn it off. Now I can stand it up straight. and I can switch to any number of different attachments depending on what I want. Release the tension, break that free. Now this comes off, and say I want to use my 5-inch contact wheel. The 5-inch contact wheel goes in there like that. Get it out. Set yourself a mark for where you want stuff, for where this is set up just right, and slide it into your mark. Your goal here is when you have it up and tight, you want this to be level. You get your best tracking there. It doesn't have to be perfectly level, but you get better tracking when it's level compared to when it's not. Now it's running there. I can do whatever I want. The rest can go in. Be working on it here. And again, it's height adjustable, or we can set it in this direction. Say we wanted to be doing stuff horizontally. So now I've got a contact wheel and a work rest in horizontal mode. And just as easily, that can come off. Say I want to put my 12-inch wheel on there. And it's the same. Everything's all compatible with KMG stuff. So if you've already got a KMG, you can just move things from one grinder to the next. The 12-inch wheel, you have to have things set up right. That comes pretty close to the handle in the back. That's why these handles are on this side, because when I use this 12-inch contact wheel a lot, it interferes with the handles for the tooling arms, so that's why I have them there. So now I've got 12-inch contact wheel. I'll decide I want to do the perimeter, then I throw it horizontal. Slap the work rest in there. It's already set at 90 degrees. Lock it in. And just like that, now I'm grinding horizontally with a big contact wheel. Same way works with the platen and everything else. So it's as simple as just pull the pin, rotate it over. Out this comes. I actually haven't set up this platen for this grinder yet. There is a slight issue with the way I have mine set up. Well, this isn't the platen, it's the slack belt attachment, but it works the same way as the platen. Goes on there, set it up, get it about the right spot, lock it in, tension the system. I want it to go back just a little bit further. I haven't marked any of these. Now fire it up. Now the slight problem that this has, actually tracking's off there, so I can adjust the tracking and get this centered up on those wheels. Now it'd be fixed. If I did the fix that I'm going to explain to you here. Because I've got the handles on opposite sides, the handle that's holding this in is pushing this over that way. There's about 20 thousandths room in there so that the arms can slide in and out. If they were an exact fit, nothing would move, it would seize. And since these wheels are on this side, or these handles are on this side, it's pushing it over, and you actually get some interference when you're putting, say, the work rest in. It doesn't, well, it goes a little, but it doesn't really go because we're actually rubbing here. So the fix for that, it won't affect it if you're using it on your KMG either, is to get a couple 1/2-inch washers and stick a couple 1/2-inch washers in between the plate and the arm, and that spreads you out just a little bit, so now you don't have that interference. This is not set up that way because I haven't been using this grinder in that particular method. So anyhow, that's it. This is the slack belt attachment, but the platen would work the same way. So you can even have a horizontal platen squaring up material for working around the perimeter of your knives for whatever the heck you want, really. I find I actually use the horizontal. Probably I spend more time on a horizontal grinder than I do on a vertical. And it's just as easy as that, and everything's right here in front of you where you're working. So it's awful easy to do. You can change the belt without putting it in vertical. It's a little more awkward, but it does come out. You just have to keep a little bit of tension on the belt so that it doesn't fall off. Keep a little bit of tension on there, put it on, fire it up, and away you go. And it goes down to nice and slow. Up to really fast. With this light, I can get light right where I want it. So I can have light right where I need it, right where I'm working. I think that's it. Tracking is right up here. That's it. That's the UberGrinder.